As Tottenham draw their first Premier League game 2-2 against Brentford, the business is still not done. First of all, Harry Kane is officially a Bayern Munich player. Fenerbahce have sent in a bid to try and sign Tanguy Ndombele. Hugo Lloris is set to join the Italian side Lazio. What is the latest news on EZE? Tottenham have made contact with Chelsea to sign Romelu Lukaku. And could Gift Orban be Harry Kane's replacement? Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome back to another transfer video. And yeah, of course, you know, the Premier League has officially started, but the business is still not done. We've got more to talk about in the transfers involving Spurs. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into the video, and of course we are going to speak about Harry Kane. And yeah, of course, last Friday, it was announced by Bayern, you know. It was announced by Bayern, it was announced by Kane, it was announced by Spurs. Harry Kane has officially signed for FC Bayern Munich. He made his debut last night in Bayern's 4-0 win against Werder Bremen. Kane got an assist and he scored. So not a bad debut for him, but yeah, you know, that deal is done. Harry Kane has departed the club. It's the second departure of this transfer window. Of course, you know, Harry Winks went to Leicester, and now, of course, Harry Kane has gone to Bayern. So, yeah, of course, best of luck for Harry with Bayern, and, yeah. Alright, guys, let's speak about Tanguy Ndombele, and according to Yagiz Zabunkulu, I can't pronounce the last name, so I do apologise. But, yeah, and Fenerbahce have offered €8 million for Tanguy Ndombele. Now, of course, you know, there is loads of rumours going around. Is Ndombele going to leave? Is he going to stay? Apparently, he doesn't want to go to the Turkish Super League. But there was actually some other news about Ndombele yesterday, actually. As according to Lyle Thomas, Rennes are one of the clubs interested in Tanguy Ndombele. One as of many as 8 players who could leave Spurs before the deadline. Spurs' priority now is to move players out. A few French clubs want Ndombele, but financials are on issues currently. So yeah, so it looks like now Rennes are trying to get him as well, but you know, I can't. Well, if Ndombele said he doesn't want to go to Turkey, I think Fenerbahce might as well just give up. But I'm sure they won't, because Bayern didn't give up with Harry Kane, did they? But I like Ndombele to stay. Ndombele says he wants to stay. He wants to actually try and prove to Andrew he can get in the team. But we'll just have to see, won't we? But you know, the latest news is that Fenerbahce have put a bid in, and Rennes are also interested in Ndombele as well. Alright then, and is it an end of an era for Hugo Lloris? As according to the reliable Italian source, according to the Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio, who is pretty much like Fabrizio Romano, but yeah, apparently Tottenham have agreed to release Hugo Lloris, who is willing to move to Lazio. Talks are underway to agree personal terms for a move. Lloris is negotiating a 2-year deal with the Italian club. But yeah, you know, it is just a bit of a shame what's happened. But you know, it's a bit of a shame what's happened to Lloris. You know, he made too many mistakes last season, and you know, it just wasn't really good enough, is he? But Lazio are a good side. You know, the Champions League football, and they're a very good club. Lazio are a good team, and yeah, hopefully Lloris will get some minutes in Italy. But you know, all we know at the moment is that personal terms might be agreed. But yeah, if Lloris does leave, you know, best of luck to him. And yeah. Okay then, so what is the latest update on Eberitzi Eze? And of course the last update was 4 days ago from Ryan Taylor, and it was, according to Ryan Taylor, that Tottenham are admirers of Crystal Palace's Eberitz Eze. Sources have not ruled out a surprise bid from Tottenham in the coming weeks. So that is the latest news with Spurs' pursuit to sign Eze. But apparently, in the last couple of days, Eze apparently has said that he wants to stay at Crystal Palace going in to this season. Of course, Palace won their first game of the season 1-0 last Saturday against Sheffield United. And Eze, I think, played in that game. And I didn't watch as well. I thought Eze was quite good in that game. And I thought Eze was quite good in that game. But you never know. Spurs could make a bid. I think Eze's a good player. I like him to come to Spurs. But I think Chelsea want to get him as well. But I think the latest news in general is that Eze, I think is staying at Crystal Palace. But for a Spurs point of view, we could put a bid in. Who knows? Okay, but let's now talk about Romelu Lukaku. As according to Alfredo Podela, Tottenham have made contact with Chelsea for Romelu Lukaku. Now, of course, Lukaku was on loan with Inter Milan last season. He was part of the Inter side that got to the Champions League final. He was part of the team that won the Coppa Italia at the Stadio Olimpico against Fiorentina. But this is a no for me. No thanks. I do kind of feel bad for Lukaku. Apparently Juventus, apparently Inter wanted to try get him on a permanent, but that just collapsed. And then Juve are trying to get him, but the fans don't want him. Apparently Juve invaded their pitch after a friendly saying we don't want Lukaku. God knows what's going to happen with Lukaku, but I don't really want Lukaku to join Spurs. I just don't think it'll work out in my opinion. No disrespect. I think Lukaku's a good player, but I think he'll probably go either to Saudi probably. I think that probably is the best move for him to go to Saudi. But I just don't really want Lukaku to join Spurs. If I have to be honest, but yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens next with Lukaku and Spurs. We'll have to see. Okay, everyone, let's finally speak about Gift Orban now. Of course, ever since Kane has left, obviously people have been saying, who's the replacement going to be? And there's been a lot of talk about Gift Orban. There's been a lot of talk about Gift Orban. Of course, it all started with Gary Jacob on the 11th of August, where it said, Gary Jacobs said, Tottenham's plan to sign the young forward, which could be Ghent's 21-year-old Gift Orban, in addition to signing Alessio Village, the 19-year-old striker who arrived from Rosario Central. And then the latest update was from Charlie Eccleshare, who said, there is a sense that Tottenham believe Gift Orban could be attainable for around 20 million plus add-ons. Nottingham Forest's Brennan Johnson is another player Spurs like, though. He would predominantly be bought to compete with Kulusevski for a spot on the right wing. Tottenham consider this a bit of a gap in their squad, and so may well have pursued a deal even if Kane had stayed. And then 1 week ago, according to Shaka Tovieri, talks are ongoing between Tottenham and Ghent for Gift Orban. Spurs already offered 27 million euros, but the Belgian officials want a price of 30 million plus add-ons. And then the latest update, 5 days ago, Dan Kilpatrick, Tottenham are expected to make a formal move for Gift Orban near the end of the transfer window. Orban is valued at 25 million. And then I think the latest news on Gift Orban 4 days ago is that Spurs are accelerating talks this week with Ghent to sign Gift Orban. I don't really know who he is, but I think he scored a hat-trick, I think, in one of Ghent's Champions League games. And also I think when Ghent played West Ham in the Conference League last year, I think Gift Orban played against West Ham. So yeah, if there is any Ghent fans watching this video, please drop a comment Is Gift Orban any good, and would he fit into our team? But I know he is a goal scorer, but let's think, come on, he plays in the Belgian league, and it's not really hard to score in that league. The only good teams in there are obviously Ghent, Genk, Anderlecht, Club Brugge. It's not really a competitive league, but plus it's a massive difference from the Belgian Pro League to the Premier League. It's a massive step up, but yeah, I don't really know much about Gift Orban. I know he scores a lot of goals. And he's young. I think he represents Nigeria international level. But yeah, we'll have to see. But I'll have to see. I'll have to go on YouTube and look up some clips of Orban and see how good he is. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.